Was Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Ch. I 3 long face, skinny body. Got on the ground, still working on that part. And we back with some more fire Boruto anime manga content. Now before we get in the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends because like the discussion is gonna start heating up and it's time to get straight to the business. Yes, sir.
時代は終わる
solemnly swear from this moment forward that I will never lose again until the day comes. I will never be defeated.
Let's just get this out the way. Less than a week away from the chapter release, and I would say probably about 3 to 4 days away from the official spoilers being released. So normally I try to keep this like my prediction video and my spoiler videos at least a couple of days apart because I don't want to do them just like back to back because they would be basically the same exact thing, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see like what my personal thoughts will be, and then we got the actual spoilers and leaks of what we going down, and then the overall review, and then for 51 predictions. And I feel like, you know, I'm gonna go around with my usual path, my 3 expectations, what to expect with Boruto chapter 51. And we left off chapter 50 with a whole lot of things that we can actually pick up with chapter 51 from. But something that is extremely notable is that this is a very climactic moment, and not really, I shouldn't say a climactic moment, but a very like a good turning point in the fight, or at least like up to this point you could call it like a little mini skerfuffle, because honestly, this nigga Ishiki isn't breaking a sweat, despite however hard it may be for this nigga Naruto and Sasuke, you know. But at this point, I feel like it's gonna be a real turning point. Now, I talked about in my previous videos of Ishiki basing his next move based off of Boruto's jaw-dropping revelation that this nigga Ishiki cannot kill him. Now, this would be based off of 2 reasoning as to why Ishiki cannot kill Boruto, being that it abides with the clan's law, and we've seen in certain instances where this nigga Ishiki stated that he didn't have the authorization to kill this nigga Toneri, so he throws that nigga in a time. And then we can also connect that same relation with Kaguya, how she left this nigga Ishiki half for dead rather than just killing that nigga and finishing him off there. So it could just be, unless the certain Otsutsuki has specific authorization, they really can't go around killing their own kinfolk. Or 2 is just that this nigga personally just doesn't want to kill Boruto for his own means and own reasoning. And the most wild reasoning I could think for that would be maybe to absorb Boruto's power and Momoshiki's power, because he's trying to see how much of Momoshiki's karma that Boruto actually has access to. And we also know that once Ishiki was planning to revive initially through Kawaki, he also planned for the 10 tails basically to eat them, or I would say maybe like just to absorb and combine their powers. Maybe this nigga Ishiki just want to become this super OP ass powerhouse and just make sure nobody's in his way. But either way, there's something that's stopping him from killing Boruto. And now next chapter, I feel like one of the first things that will actually go down, so one of the first out of the 3 things of what to expect, is that Ishiki is going to give us, or at least the chapter itself is going to give us some type of reasoning as to why Ishiki is so hesitant to killing Boruto. Now, my hope is that it evolves with the clan's laws, and this nigga Ishiki is just not allowed to kill this nigga Boruto because of Momoshiki residing in him and eventually being able to become reborn and revived through Boruto. So that's why this nigga Ishiki just can't kill Boruto, rather than just be like, oh, this nigga Ishiki is planning to have Boruto ripe and become mature enough and then ultimately take his power for his own. But I feel like Ishiki's gonna really make an interesting move, because the chapter 50 left off right with Boruto saying like, you can't kill me, right? And Ishiki had a real disturbed look on his face, like this nigga's like, yo, like what the fuck is wrong with this nigga Boruto? How does he have all of these smarts? Little did this nigga know he done inherited Minato's genes, not Naruto's dumbass genes. So this nigga Ishiki's gonna have to figure something out next chapter, and I'm making it seem as if like he's really between a rock and a hard place, like this nigga's in a pickle. Nah, knowing like he can really just mollywop Naruto and Sasuke whenever the fuck he wants to. But I like how it's just more like practical and tactical reasonings that is putting Ishiki at a disadvantage, rather than, because we already know this nigga Naruto and Sasuke have not had no training since the last time they got their asses handed to them by this nigga Jigen, who's extremely weaker than this nigga Ishiki. So damn well we already know it had to be some type of tactical disadvantage that was gonna put Ishiki in place in order to give Naruto and Sasuke favor, and we see that it's the fact that this nigga Ishiki cannot kill Boruto. So now, what else am I expecting to really go down? Obviously, there's gonna have to be a turning point in the chapter, whether it happens in the beginning, middle, or towards the end. I already know for a fact it's gonna be a real turning point in the fight, whether it's just this nigga Ishiki's just gonna turn up and continue whooping these niggas' asses, or we're gonna have some unexpected event occur in relation with Naruto and Sasuke or even this nigga Borushiki. But like I said, the next thing that I really think may even occur in chapter 51 is we might find out what this nigga Kashin Koji's whereabouts is. And now why I feel like that might be the case is because if we're being honest, this is my personal opinion, I feel like this is going to be the last major fight before we have a Boruto time skip and we see Boruto become older and into his 16-year-old years, as we see in the start of the manga and the start of the anime. I feel like this is going to be the last major fight now in the Boruto manga, because at this point they've been doing like just strictly the important feats and the important stats that we really want to see versus the anime going over strictly every detail and fleshing things out. The manga's just jumping straight to the juice, so I really see them just jumping right into the time skip, maybe after a die down chapter or two post this fight. But that and tying all of that in together is really just me saying that next chapter, I feel like they're gonna set us up for something even more drastic to occur in chapter 52 now. It has to be, because at this point I was anticipating maybe chapter 50, the big 5-0, they might do something big for us and then maybe build upon it on chapter 51. But we could see chapter 50 was more like a build up chapter to the shit that's to come. And I still even feel like chapter 51 might even be a calm before the storm kind of chapter, but I feel like it might be more clear and potent as to what they're actually building up towards in chapter 51. Rather revealing is like, in this ongoing fight, there's gonna have to be a winner, there's gonna have to be a loser, and we know for a fact this nigga Kawaki is gonna have the motherfucking karma seal again. So something drastic is gonna occur, and it's gonna be so big that they can't really draw up another fight going down in this current era, meaning basically pre-time skip in Boruto's life. They can't draw up another major ass fight because the stakes for this fight right now are too high, and unfortunately we already know the possible outcome, even though we don't know how things are going to get played out. So I somehow see, I don't know how, but a crazy ass like somehow turn of events. Like I said, this nigga Ishiki is gonna have to make a decision in the start of the chapter, and it's gonna be a turning point in the fight. And we obviously see that Kawaki is gonna have the karma seal by the time he's 16 years old. So it can be a case where this nigga Ishiki finesses the entire situation, and you know, it's become so much of a pestering activity to kill these niggas Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Go straight to the Hidden Leaf Village, plant this shit on Kawaki, and just escape and let these niggas go about their shit. Because at the end of the day, if he puts the karma seal on Kawaki, it, like, by all means, who gives a fuck? I feel like Ishiki could care less if someone cuts off his arms, cuts off his legs, and all that. Because at the end of the day, this nigga Kawaki is gonna have the karma seal, and he's gonna have a fucking perfect vessel to revive through and be even more stronger and more durable than he is right now in his current body that was revived through Jigen. So maybe Ishiki might just, you know what, say, fuck it, I don't even need to win in this fight. I don't even need to win this body. I just need to make sure this nigga Kawaki has a karma seal before this body dies. So right now, I feel like Jigen's, or should I say this nigga Ishiki, is fighting to the point where he's trying to make sure that he's alive in order to put the karma seal on Kawaki. But not only that, but to get rid of this nigga Naruto and Sasuke in the meantime, so basically before those events take place, whereas he can just say, scratch, fuck all of that shit. I don't even have to be Naruto and Sasuke right now. You know what? I'm gonna just jump right into putting the karma seal on Kawaki, and then that can tie into why we have this nigga Kawaki saying, or maybe this nigga Ishiki saying through Kawaki's voice, I'm finna send you to where I sent Lord 7th. He just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just put myself at a disadvantage, near-death experience. Boom, place the karma seal on Kawaki. This nigga Kawaki was damn near already complete, and based off of the maybe experiences and the events that go through with the fight, Borushiki's brought out, him being around Kawaki or near Kawaki in their presence, the resonance just goes out of control, like some crazy wild ass shit just happening, like, or maybe just being set up like that in the next chapter, in chapter 51. But I definitely do see basically a setup for the Boruto time skip coming into fruition next chapter. Kashin Koji, bro, it's like, I really also believe that we might even get to see this nigga Kashin Koji in the next chapter, maybe, or possibly even chapter 52. And I believe that for this specific reason. Obviously he has nothing to do with the fight that's going down right now, but you know what they would tend to do to close off the arc is to give us basically the progress or the report on all of the significant characters and the significant key figures that played a role in the current arc at the end to see how things will be going on leading up into the next storyline. So we get to see maybe what is this nigga Code still doing, right? I feel like they're gonna start showing us small panels of everybody in their locations, in their current well-beings, and how things are going. And if that would be the case, that's basically giving us subtle hints that, all right, we finna hop into a motherfucking time skip. This is how everybody's doing. This nigga Kashakozi's on Mount Kyukibokyo, damn near half dead, trying to heal the fuck up. He's finna come for Amato's throat if this nigga Ishiki doesn't get there first. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Kawaki's about to get slapped with another Karma Seal. This nigga Boruto's having an inner skerfuffle with this nigga Momoshiki. Naruto's probably dead. I don't know. Sasuke's probably dead. I don't know. I really hope that's not the case though. But you know, and then jumping in forward into all of the different events that's relating to, like I said, this nigga Code, what the fuck is gonna be going down with this bitch Delta and the Kawa organization as a whole. You know, if there's things that we've been missing or things that they've been hinting at or keeping under the loop from us that they're gonna start revealing slowly and slowly. But I already know this nigga, the Boruto time skip is gonna be like, it's gonna set all of this shit off. It's gonna set all of this stuff on fire. Chapter 51, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It has to. Ishiki's gonna make a turning point. They're gonna set up for the Boruto time skip. It's coming close. It's definitely coming close. This nigga Kaoki most likely is about to get slapped with the karma. So I feel like this nigga Ishiki might just say fuck this whole fight. I'm just like, I don't know why I'm wasting time, because I honestly don't see why he isn't doing that. From my perspective, yes, I understand this nigga is strong, but if this becoming this much of an issue just to kill these niggas, despite how much more powerful you're doing, fuck them niggas. If they can't stop you anyway, just go about your day and plant this nigga Kaoki with the fucking karma cell, because hey, they not gonna tell him regardless. Them niggas would rather die than to spill out this nigga Kaoki's location. So fuck what they have to say and fuck what they pretend that they have to say, right? But hey, I'm not this nigga Ishiki, and apparently you see why, because I would have ended this nigga Boruto story about 5 chapters ago. But it's your boy Black Uchi out there, long face, skinny body. Boruto chapter 51, less than a week away. Chapter 51 spoilers, most likely 2-3 days away. So look forward for the next upcoming manga related videos. And you already know how much the anime's been heating up, but still, comment below, let me know what you think. What do y'all think might go down Boruto chapter 51? Do you think that they might show us some small stepping stones leading up into the Boruto time skip? Do you think we might get some small basically tidbits of follow-up reports on important characters or characters that we've been wondering what the fuck's going down? Like, what the fuck happened with Delta after she got shut down? What the fuck happened with this nigga Kashakoji after he left the fight? You know what I'm saying? And if they even do give us these type of small scenes and panels in the manga, do y'all think that's possibly telling us like, yo, we finna end this nigga, this fucking big ass fight that's going down with Naruto Sasuke versus Ishiki part 2 with Borushiki featuring, you know, and we're finna show y'all niggas a fucking time skip, and the shit is finna start getting juicy. But hey, it's your boy Black Uchi out there, long face, skinny body. If you ain't subscribed, why? You know what I'm saying? Comment below and let me know what you think of the guy and the content, and what are you looking forward to in the next chapter. Until next video, holla at your mama, holla at y'all, Black Uchi out. Yes, sir.
Hey, can we take a trip to the sky? Show them that our limit's too high.
Cocoa butter hips on the wristlet. She said